A delegation of Ugandan MPs sitting on the Parliamentary Committee on East African and Regional Affairs are in Arusha, Tanzania on a fact-finding mission in regards to the progress of the East African community integration.
Welcome to our place.
Thank you.
In an interface with the Speaker of the East African Legislative Assembly, Martin Ngoga, the Ugandan MPs demanded that EAC partner states should jointly work towards restoring peace in South Sudan and Burundi.
With a lot of business going on in South Sudan, with the jobs, with markets for goods and services, now all this is dead because of that chaos. We are hosting over 1.2 million refugees. We have left this process to the EAC process, which is outside EAC.
Supporting each other, so that democracy is not about which color I put on, but it's about stability in my country.
How passionate I am when I'm talking about this. Until you have a regional parliament that is really regional, that is not a reflection of home sentiments, then you cannot make any difference. If you have members of regional parliaments who cannot even form an opinion until they make a phone call.
During the height of the insurgency in South Sudan, it's only Uganda and Rwanda that intervened and tried to restore sanity in South Sudan. The intervention brought relative peace and the signing of a peace agreement between the government forces and rebels led by Dr. Riek Machar. Uganda has since pulled out of South Sudan, while Rwanda is still there under the auspices of the United Nations. The Ugandan team is also concerned that some partner states are still resistant to the issue of adopting presidential term limits.
Ensuring that we have, for instance, 2-term limits across East Africa, so that people know that you serve and within this region.
They are also concerned that East Africans are still ignorant about the establishment of the East African community and the work it does.
But are our people really prepared? What are our people going to get out of it? Are they aware that this cooperation is for them? Are member states ready to come together?
Those that have understood, have picked it up, are really benefiting from it, but the majority haven't. And we don't want it to fail.
The Speaker Martin Ngoga said much as the community has made numerous achievements, they are bogged down by partner states failing to assent to and domesticate laws passed by the Regional Assembly.
This community needs an honest discussion to assess the state of the relationship. I mean, is it working? Yes, it is, but to what extent? Is it really serving the purposes for which we set out to form it?
Especially when we begin adopting this coalition of the willing system of work. I fear that we might reach the end before we reach there. The end means the undesirable end, actually.
The East African Legislative Assembly has passed a number of regional laws, but over 20 are gathering dust in partner states because heads of state have not assented to them. This state of affairs worries yellow lawmakers as to whether the spirit of the East African integration can be maintained. Jingo Francis, NTV, in Arusha, Tanzania.